Hi everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of Business-Based Maintenance. If you remember last time, we talked about taking business requirements and mapping them back to a maintenance strategy. You know, this approach makes sure that you're aligned with the needs of the business and the money and the time and effort you spend in maintenance to make sure you get what you need and only what you need and you don't overspend or underspend. You'll also remember we talked about the key business requirements that are important to understand. You got to deliver your product, you got to make a product with quality, you have to deliver it on time, you got to do it at the right cost, and you have to do it in a safe and effective manner. So let's talk about that. How do you map these requirements and how do you really understand what's going on the factory floor and make sure that you're aligned? Now, most of you might say, hey, we already know what critical equipment's going on out on the floor, and that may or may not be true, but it doesn't hurt to have a conversation with your operations partners to make sure you're aligned. So here's my fancy little factory we built, right? And we lay these key criteria up above. And through conversations and understanding, and maybe you've got data, and in some small plants, maybe you don't have all the data you need. You can sit here and you can map and say, hey, Ops 20 is really the one that's causing quality problems. You know, maybe we've got scrap, we've got rework, depending on if you're in a discrete plant or you're in a process plant, all of that impacts this. You know, you go, oh, well, Op 30 in line 1, that's creating a delivery problem. A lot of downtime, really slow to hit its tack time, not producing the right amount. Oh, yeah, machine 5 on line 2 has delivery problems also. And then, oh, cost, Ops 50 here in line 3, real problems, right? So through conversation, maybe you've got data, maybe you don't. Through conversations, you can start to build what you might think is a critical parts list, right, or machine list. Here I got Ops 20 as a quality, so this is a real simple little thing. You can do it a lot of different ways, but conceptually you got to have these conversations and you got to take the needs of the business and start to assign them to assets that are creating problems for you. So what's that look like? What do we do with that? So this is maybe a little hard to read, but here you got your top 5 failures by line. Here you write down the subcomponent. You give it failure by name. Talk about what's actually breaking. So you make some information here. I got the number of failures per month, the downtime, the lost production in units, the cost in units. And then here's where this gets really cool. So you've got the problems, you've defined them, you've spent time. And then I'm going to decide, do I need preventive maintenance as a countermeasure? Do I have predictive? Do I want the operators to do some maintenance or something? Am I going to re-engineer it? Is it an engineered solution because I've got a design problem on the floor? Or in some cases, am I going to run to failure? So you can lay this out. It's really simple, nice little spreadsheet. If you've got big CMMS and lots of good data, you can really populate this and drive it. If not, I've been pretty successful with this. Just having some conversations with production people, walking and interviewing people and talking and starting to get some numbers to their best estimation, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect to go start to put this together and build a strategy that's aligned with the needs of the business. I actually did this once in a small drywall mud plant, and in month 2, we'd saved the plant $30,000 as attested to by the controller of the plant. And then what I recommend is once you put these in place, you've designed your countermeasures and you're rolling those out, that you measure the downtime by August, September, because you know we know, okay, we're averaging X amount of hours per month or per quarter, whatever the time frame is. And then you measure that going forward to make sure that these countermeasures that you're implementing are having an impact out on the factory floor. It's pretty simple. It laid it out. It's kind of connecting the dots, if you will. I have used this process before. It does work. Be glad to talk to you about it if you like, but this is episode 2. In episode 3, I'm going to get a little more granular about availability and downtime and how that equates to real dollars and cents on the floor. And show you how we use a mock-up OE model to really make that happen. Anyway, hope this helps. Just some ideas about how you connecting the business needs right onto the factory floor. And that last part where you're doing the analysis and building countermeasures, that's where the hard work starts. So good luck to you. Be safe and be healthy, and let me know if I can help you in 2023. Later.